match that you and I both felt was quite impressive. Was it not?
It was very impressive, and what I love about the opening match is you don't get any commercial breaks, man. That's like the glorious spot. Obviously, it's a big important spot to set the tone for one, but also you get the nonstop action. And we were so little hit or miss on the commercial and picture. A lot of matches get some momentum sucked out of it, sadly, based on the placement. But this, it was two Hosses, two warriors going to battle essentially. And the Hangman is so over with the crowd, and Hobbs is like a pure evil heel with a snarl that I love.
That snarl is awesome, isn't it? Can you give us one? Give us one.
I can't even I gotta look at myself in the mirror or watch my. I can't. I'm on the spot, but his snarl is great, man.
He's nasty, man. I love it.
Hobbs is really showing his improvements of just being able, like I've said before with that Christian Cage match, the pacing of the match. And Hobbs is showing, very comfortable in the ring. He's targeting that arm, taking it to the outside, and you're slowing the match down. And and he uses his body so well, his Hoss body, with that spine buster, the cross body. And, that's why he's the Powerhouse Hobbs, man, using it. So I really liked his showing out for that as well. I don't think this lost it. I think he dominated most of this match. Obviously, Hangman came on top.
This match went back and forth. It was a beautiful match, man. Beautiful.
It's like to say, as JR said it, Cowboy Shiznit. It was just funny. I don't know if you caught JR.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned JR because the last two Dynamites have featured Jake Hager and Wardlow in a cage, and then you start off that episode with that match, and then this episode with this one. And JR just had to be pinching himself. Like, is my life real right now? This was an absolute barn burner of a match. This was a match where it was just a slobber knocker. JR throughout this entire matchup, the commentary team saw what we saw, SPD. These are two big, strong, proud, up-and-coming stars. Everybody here, everybody who loves AEW, everybody who follows AEW knows that Hangman, that this dude is the next, he's the next guy, right? That we all see that's built for him. And I think when he gets the opportunity to run with the belt, he's going to deliver. But I felt like tonight, Hobbs, a guy who, CM Punk gets questioned all the time about AEW, and CM Punk went out of his way to say, I feel like Hobbs is one of those guys that AEW has that's a star. A lot of people mention MJF, a lot of people mention now Britt Baker, all these people that I've been saying all along, right? Obviously.
You got the crystal ball.
But hey, I've been a wrestling fan since I was a baby. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, man. All right. Hey, if I need to go get my bowling shirt, dude, I will. All right, come on. I felt like I would represent Team Heel with the MJF shirt, but get focused here. Hobbs, to me, absolutely showed out tonight. Hobbs has done a lot of great work. I liked what we saw with him, and when we saw him and 10 tangle up. I enjoyed what we saw out of Hobbs when he and Christian got in the ring together. But, it's easy to say, man, Christian, that guy's a veteran. He can get a good match out of me. If they pulled me out of the stands, Christian could get a good match out of me. So it's hard to tell how much of that has stuck with Hobbs until tonight. Sure. Tonight was a thing where we saw the raw diamond of Powerhouse Hobbs, all that potential that we thought was always there. It started to really show some polish tonight. Hobbs looked like an absolute stud in this match. He took everything that Hangman could throw at him and then some. They really, just fresh off the heels of me kind of talking to you about some of my concerns with AEW and big men, like what we've seen with them do with Lance Archer. Tonight was an example. Powerhouse Hobbs looks like an absolute stud. And obviously the drama and saga of Team Taz may, be the bigger story in this. But I think long-term AEW they should be looking at Team Taz and saying, really? We have Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, and Hobbs in that group right now. Look at the star power each of those guys have. if we break this group up and we allow Ricky to be that dynamic heel that we know he can be, Brian Cage to be that babyface that I think all of us here at Dynamite Download believe that he can dominate for Team Babyface. Sure. Having Hobbs just be that stoic badass who will take on anybody. I mean, I would love to see Hobbs actually rip that FTW title and run with it. I mean, I think that Hobbs could do something really special if given an opportunity with a solo run. Were you as impressed by – I felt like both these guys showed as equals in this match, and that speaks volumes for I think, a young rookie, a raw guy in Hobbs to be able to do what he did with Hangman. A guy who we universally believe is a world title contender. I just felt like that this was a big night for Powerhouse Hobbs.
It was, and it was consistent. I mean, the guy looked so comfortable. I mean, to lead off, the first entrance of the night, to lead off in front of the live crowd. I mean, felt so comfortable. Like I said, true. Both guys are two warriors. Hangman, both guys look strong coming out of this. Hangman still, man, taking another blow to the head and bleeding from the head, man. That's like the last 2 out of 4 matches he's had. He's been gushing from the head.
I know.
And I mean, this setting the bar for the night. Obviously we're looking forward to Kenny Omega and Jungle Boy, but this was a close second match that we were really looking forward to. And I mean, we're going to go out of order, but this is a perfect time to throw it in. Our top performers of the night were Hangman, Adam Page, and Powerhouse Hobbs. And let us know who your top performer was. But I mean, yes, we had some star-studded performances, but this really is one we're still talking about when we saw it over 2 hours ago. And sitting
I was so impressed. I mean, and Dynamite has, Dynamite always, SPD, they always get so much content in a show.
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes you can forget about that opening match. This was an opening match that stuck with me the whole night. Absolute home run performance by both guys. Not shocking that you went with Team Babyface. I'm on Team Heel. I think that we represented very well tonight. And we didn't even plan that out, which was really great.
We never plan it out. I always pick mine and I ask you. I select my pick, then I ask you. So mine's already locked in. So
I loved it.
Fitting.
Very fitting that we both picked the different sides of that match, and it speaks to how much we enjoyed that match. I felt like that one really delivered, SPD, and it set the tone for a Dynamite.